What if we told you that you could travel the world without completely draining your savings account? It sounds like a dream, right? But after years on the road, visiting over 100 countries, we've learned that it's not just possible, it's something anyone can do with the right strategy. We get asked all the time, how do you afford to travel so much? And the answer isn't a secret lottery win or a massive inheritance. It's about being smart, being creative, and knowing the little secrets that unlock massive savings. We're about to pull back the curtain on our top 10 genius hacks that will help you explore more, spend way less, and stay on the road for as long as you want. Kicking things off with our number one, most important rule for finding cheap flights: you have to be flexible. This is the absolute foundation of budget travel. Our favorite way to do this is the everywhere search feature on sites like Skyscanner or Google Flights. Instead of typing in a specific city, you literally just type everywhere as your destination. We used the everywhere search, and a flight to Barcelona popped up for just over $300 round trip. $300. That's less than some flights from New York to California. We have a routine. We check Skyscanner, we check Google Flights, and we check Momondo. Each platform pulls data from slightly different sources, and sometimes one site will find a deal the others miss. Hack number 2 flows directly from the first one, and it's all about timing, specifically flying midweek. This is one of the easiest and most consistent ways to save money on airfare. Most people travel for leisure on the weekends. They leave on a Friday and come back on a Sunday. This predictable demand means airlines hike up prices for peak travel days. Think about it. If you can save $150 per person on a round-trip flight just by leaving on a Wednesday instead of a Friday, that's $300 for a couple. We were planning a trip from New York City to Bangkok. The cheapest flights during Christmas were around $1,500. We pushed the trip back to late January and found tickets for about $700. This next hack is one of our absolute favorites, and honestly, it feels like a secret travel cheat code that not enough people are using. It's the magic of the stopover. A layover is that annoying few hours you spend in an airport, but a stopover is when you intentionally extend that layover into 1, 2, or even 7 days, essentially giving you a whole extra vacation. Instead of just passing through Istanbul, you could spend 3 days exploring the Grand Bazaar, marveling at the Blue Mosque, and cruising the Bosphorus, all for no extra flight cost. Major carriers like Icelandair, Turkish Airlines, or TAP Air Portugal actually encourage this and offer free or very cheap stopover programs. It's their way of boosting tourism. Let's talk about something that has single-handedly saved us tens of thousands of dollars and allowed us to fly in business class for less than the price of an economy ticket. We are talking about credit card points and miles. The real magic happens with the sign-up bonuses. Credit card companies will offer massive bonuses, 50,000, 80,000, even over 100,000 points, if you spend a certain amount within the first few months. The most important rule of this game: always, always, always pay your credit card bill in full every single month. The whole point is to travel for free, not to get into debt. It feels absolutely incredible to book a $1,000 flight and see the final price come out to just $5.60 in taxes. This is a very real strategy that thousands of travelers use every single day. Our next hack is a big one, because accommodation is often the single largest expense of any trip. What if you could drastically reduce it, or even better, eliminate it completely? The first and most incredible way to do this is through house sitting. Yes, you can literally stay in beautiful homes around the world for free. In exchange for watching someone's home and maybe caring for their pets, you get a free place to stay. Beyond the unbelievable cost savings, staying in a house provides something a hotel never can: a kitchen. Having access to a full kitchen is a budget game changer. When you're staying in a residential neighborhood, you're immediately immersed in the local culture. Your neighbors are locals, not other tourists. The coffee shop on the corner becomes part of your daily routine. We're talking about leveraging long-term stay discounts, specifically on platforms like Airbnb. Most people just book for a few nights or a week, but the real savings kick in when you extend your stay. Many Airbnb hosts would much rather have one guest for a month than 4 or 5 different guests checking in and out every week. It means less cleaning, less admin, and more reliable income. For a 1-week stay in Medellin, the price was around $70 a night. When we toggled to a full month, the host offered a 45% monthly discount, dropping the rate to just over $38. Don't be afraid to send the host a polite message before you book. Introduce yourself, explain why you love their place, and gently inquire if they would offer any additional discount for a guaranteed month-long booking. So you've used our hacks to score an amazing long-term stay with a kitchen. This is huge! Having access to a kitchen is one of the single biggest money savers when you're traveling. Your first mission in any new city should be to find the local market. We're talking about the bustling, chaotic, and wonderfully vibrant farmers markets where local people do their daily shopping. In many parts of the world, a restaurant meal for two might cost $20 to $40. For that same $20, you could buy enough fresh ingredients to cook delicious meals for 2 or 3 full days. You get to see the raw ingredients that form the foundation of famous dishes. You can ask vendors for advice. What's in season? How do you cook this strange-looking vegetable? When you do eat out, the #1 rule for saving money and having the most authentic culinary experience is to embrace street food. In so many countries, street food isn't just a cheap snack. It is the heart and soul of the cuisine. A perfect example is the legendary banh mi in Vietnam. You can pay $5 or $6 for a mediocre version in a tourist cafe, or walk to a little old lady with a cart who's been making them for 40 years for about $1. The golden rule for choosing a safe and delicious street food stall is simple. Go where the locals go. Look for the cart with the longest line, especially if it's a line of local people. Try to opt for food that is cooked to order right in front of you. Things that are grilled, fried, or boiled at high temperature are generally the safest bet, as the heat will kill off any potential bacteria. Hack number 9 is an absolute classic for a reason. We're talking about ditching those expensive taxis and ride shares and embracing public transportation. It's the difference between a $30 taxi ride and a $2 bus journey. Technology is your best friend here. Before we even land in a new country, one of the first apps we download is Move It. It's like Google Maps, but specifically supercharged for public transport. Walking is, without a doubt, the single best way to truly discover a city. Some of our most cherished travel memories have come from just wandering aimlessly through a new city. When you walk, you engage all of your senses. You hear the chatter from markets, smell fresh bread baking, see intricate architectural details you'd never notice from a distance. We have arrived at our 10th and final hack, and this one is for those who want to travel deeper, stay longer, and potentially eliminate your single biggest expense: accommodation. We're talking about working or volunteering in exchange for a free place to stay. There are amazing platforms, with the most popular being Workaway and Worldpackers, that connect travelers with hosts all over the world. These hosts can be anything from a family on a farm to a surf school or animal sanctuary. We once met a guy in Colombia who was spending a month at a surf hostel. His job was to help at the front desk for a few hours in the morning, and then he had the rest of the day to surf for free. He was literally living the dream. The real value comes from the connections you make and the community you become part of. When you're staying somewhere for a month, you become part of the family. You form genuine friendships and get insider tips no guidebook could ever tell you. And that's a wrap. 10 of our absolute best road-tested hacks to help you travel the world for less. From being flexible with flights to exchanging skills for accommodation, these are the exact strategies we use every day. So now we want to turn the question over to you. Which of these 10 hacks are you most excited to try first? Are you going to start hunting for flight deals, or are you already browsing volunteer opportunities? If you found these tips helpful, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and maybe share it with a friend who has the travel bug. It really helps our channel grow. And get ready, because our next video is a deep dive into how to eat like a king abroad without spending like one. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching and happy travels.